And today, Nigeria's Senate shock. Godswill Akpabio again. Senate President Godswill Akpabio looked visibly rattled at the Nigerian Senate. Because for the first time in a long time, the threat against Akpabio didn't come from a protester. It didn't come from a female colleague accused him of sexual abuse and groping. It didn't come from anti-corruption agents from EFCC who have accused him of stealing 100 billion naira. Or from the opposition. It came from Washington, D.C. That's where the threat to Godswill Akpabio came from this time. Issue 1. Trump and Ted Cruz dropped the hammer. Senator Ted Cruz has just confirmed it on his verified X account. And I'm going to quote Ted Cruz. Quote, I've been pushing legislation to designate Nigeria a CPC. CPC, by the way, country of particular concern. And to impose sanctions on the Nigerian officials responsible. Thank you to President Trump for his leadership. We should now take the next step and hold Nigerian officials accountable. Ted Cruz continues. I intend to be very explicit about who they are in the coming days and weeks, unquote, unquote. That is from a powerful Senator Ted Cruz. That's a powerful U.S. Senator saying he will name names. We talk a lot in Nigeria, but name names. And those names may include top Nigerian officials. They should include top Nigerian officials, including the ones who have allegedly stashed dollars and build luxury homes in Nigeria while their people say, some Nigerians see the homes and say, that's his home. That's where the sister is living. But nothing more they can do much. Akpabio's fear, issue 2, and Senate. Yesterday there was a drama during plenary. The guy who lost Akpabio blotted out. Quote, who am I to reply Donald Trump? That is a quote directly from Akpabio, looking frustrated and flustered on the Senate floor. It sounded almost like a plea for mercy from Akpabio, asking his uncle, the U.S., to be sorry for him. And his deputy senator, Barau Jibrin, from the north, snapped back. And I'm going to quote the senator, quote, I am not afraid of Trump. We are a sovereign nation, unquote. See, Nigeria is divided. This is the country divided. There was a moment of truth on live television. A split screen between cowardice and conviction. Barau hates the Americans, he says so. But Akpabio shrunk. His body language betrayed him. He looked like a man with a lot to lose if the U.S. decides to sanction corrupt Nigerian officials. Forget about the invasion. The invasion is still coming, by the way. So if I was Akpabio and all those people in Abuja would not be comfortable. Issue 3. The real fear. Let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Akpabio's fear, sitting there shaking, isn't about Nigeria's sovereignty. It isn't about law for Nigerians. It is about his own assets that people say he allegedly has stashed overseas. Multiple sources have long alleged that he owns multiple properties worth millions and tens of millions of dollars through surrogates and front companies in Nigeria and abroad. That is what the Senate should be investigating, the U.S. Senate, Ted Cruz. His close links with individuals like Nyesom Wike and family members living and studying in the U.S. are well known. They are documented. Maybe the senator does not realize this. He has everything to lose if Washington freezes those accounts or starts naming names. The senator's fear is about losing U.S. visa, which he uses to come here. It is about losing the privilege to attend decades of long, sumptuous dinners organized by the Black Caucus, compromised Black Caucus of the U.S. Congress in Washington, D.C. This is not a man standing up for Nigeria or Akpabio. You could see that in the Senate. That Barau at least stood up for the corrupt Nigeria. This is a man standing for his bank balance and his elite privileges as a member of the ruinous Nigerian corrupt permanent establishment. This is what this was about. Issue 4. Disloyalty to Tinubu. What's even more embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen, if you analyze the issue here, his disloyalty to President Bola Tinubu. Instead of defending the government line, at least the government line for Abuja, which is to at least respond with some diplomatic, make diplomatic noises that mean nothing. Or act like the federal government of Tinubu is acting, as if Christian genocide in Nigeria does not exist. Or give excuses and say, well, everybody's dying. Muslims, everybody's dying. Akpabio folded. He ran for cover. He didn't do any of that. He jumped like a rat from a sinking ship. He distanced himself from the presidency of Tinubu like a political coward. The same pattern Senator Akpabio showed throughout his career. This dodgy, trickish move is part and parcel of Akpabio's political career spanning from 2007 up. When trouble comes, Akpabio switches sides. He will always switch to the winning side. And he's very sneaky and smart about this. He did this in Akwa Ibom, which he ruled as governor for 8 years. He did this in PDP, which he abandoned, and now he's doing it again under Tinubu. President Bola Tinubu, beware. Issue 5, call to action. So here's my message today to Senator Cruz and to President Donald Trump, who is helping out Nigeria here. When you publish that list of Nigerian officials to be sanctioned, please add Senator Godswill Akpabio's name to the list. We have other names we want added, but his name should be number 1 or number 2. Add the name of the Senate president who openly admitted fear in front of the whole world instead of showing courage. Add the name of the man whose loyalty lies with foreign assets. Loyalty lies with property, material, not with his own people. This Senate president is obviously, by his own words, afraid. The man is scared. Akpabio is, by doing all of this, he's not representing Akwa Ibom State. Akwa Ibom did not stand there in the well of the Senate, shaking. He's not representing Nigeria either. As the Senate president, he's representing his own pocket. Let me just give you one quote by a Nigerian political commentator. Quote, "A nation that needs outsiders to remind it of its own decay is already under occupation. Not by soldiers, but by failure," unquote. Just a statement from on Truth Social by Trump has unraveled the political zeitgeist in Nigeria. Your voice matters, ladies and gentlemen. Your voice do matter. You think people used to say we're just talking, but we are being heard now. If you agree that Nigeria needs accountability from top to bottom, hit that like button now to encourage us, to make us speak more. Share this podcast. Drop your comments below. I've been engaging in the last podcast. I was engaged in the comments. Let the conversation continue. Write. Speak out. Tell Senator Ted Cruz and President Donald Trump, who is trying to help Nigeria, that Nigerians support Trump for standing with truth, justice, and freedom for the persecuted Christians and others in Nigeria. This is the Offiong Aqua Show. To remind you, I am the voice of the voiceless. As you can see, I am independent. I am independent voice telling fearless truths. I am Offiong Aqua. Be good to yourselves and each other. Make we go.